I saw a screenshot of this on Twitter saying that the Disney studio executive was, blaming the fans. And I was like, is that true? Looked it up. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we're going to read this. First of all, poor Mickey. My man's all sad, boo-hooing, kicking rocks. Poor guy. Okay, Disney exec blames recent failures on sexist fans. When I read that, okay, that headline is not the thing that I read on Twitter. What I read on Twitter was Disney exec blames fans for recent failures. I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? I was like, that's why I couldn't believe it, because I was like, there's no way that a studio executive said that, but he in fact did, or she in fact did. I don't care if it was a woman or a man. The fact of the matter is like, if you're a real executive, if you're a real business executive, you can't be saying shit like that, and it's very obvious that you don't understand the business model. Anyway, we know that Disney is in some kind of, this is by Jordan Rumi, some kind of serious trouble. Their stock is in shambles, box office flops. Wish, Haunted Mansion, The Marvels, I saw 2 out of 3 of those, keep happening, and their streaming services losing subscribers by the millions. I kind of want to unsubscribe. I tried to watch Toy Story in French the other day, and they didn't have it. And I was like, I got rid of my Toy Story DVD to take up less space in my life, and I'm gonna fucking go on Disney Plus, and y'all don't have Toy Story in French? Are you kidding me? But they were serious. Okay. However, you wouldn't believe who Disney is blaming for their recent woes. The fans, of course. Puck's Matt Belloni spoke with an unnamed Disney executive on the company's woes. It's probably Belloni, but anyway. Everyone says it's the movie's stupid, which is an easy thing for people to say. More appealing movies are a great way to jump the political issues. But more and more, our audience, or the segment of the audience that has been politicized, equate the perceived messaging in a film as a quality issue. First of all, I know this statement, this has got to be written. I don't think someone actually spoke these words out loud. Anyway, they won't say they find female empowerment distasteful in the Marvels or Star Wars, the latest trilogy starring Daisy Ridley. But they will say they don't like those movies because they're bad. You know what? They will say they find female empowerment distasteful, but they won't say it in so many words. They'll say, I didn't like Rey. They'll say, I didn't like that character. They'll say, I didn't like... Shoot, I just forgot the name of the girl in Wish. What the fuck is her name? Maya? It doesn't matter. Okay. But guess what? I didn't like whatever her name was in Wish. And as far as Rey goes, honestly, those movies are kind of a blur for me because I forgot them because they were forgettable. But so I don't even know if I like her or not. Anyway, but they will say they don't like those movies because they are bad. Maybe because they are bad. So make better movies becomes code for make movies that conform to regressive gender stereotypes or put men front and center in the narrative. First of all, I don't see a problem with that. Second of all, why does that keep coming up? I'm sorry. Okay. Make better movies becomes code for make movies that conform to regressive gender stereotypes. Know your audience. You don't know your audience if you're saying this shit in written form. You don't know your audience at all. Like, you aren't... Maybe this is why so many men are fucking addicted to pornography right now, okay? Because we don't have actual manly men in movies. Sorry to bring up porn. I didn't mean to do that. But, wow. What the fuck? We don't have any... You know what I'm so fucking excited to see? I'm so excited to see the new Twisters movie. I cannot wait for that to come out. I'm gonna be at the theater night one of that being out, because that cutie pie, whatever his name is, who's the big tornado chaser, he is hot. And he looks like a real man. He looks like a manly man. He was also in Anyone But You. I'm not remembering his name, and I'm sorry, but he is sexy, and he looks like a man, and he looks like he handles things like a man, and like, we need to bring that back. And just because you put some sexy manly man in a movie doesn't mean that you need to make it sexist. That doesn't mean that it's automatically going to be perceived as sexist. But you know what? Let's go here, okay? Y'all are going to be shocked hearing this from me. Unfortunately, the world we're living in is rather sexist. So if you're going to try to push some new woko, new age shit in a blockbuster movie, 1 + 1 = 2, meaning it's not going to work. Sorry. I don't know why. I don't know why me, this average civilian who has only been on the Disney Blacklots one time as a fucking stupid-ass intern not getting paid, is telling the major executive who said this in the article this. I need to say that to you? Are you kidding me right now? They're not kidding me. They're serious. They're serious. I am so disgusted that this person is quote-unquote blaming the fans. The fans are the reason you have a job, first and foremost. The fans are the reason that you can make these movies, first and foremost. The fans are actually the last people you want to blame. Because all the fans did was show up to see the movie or not show up to see the movie because it looked bad to them because it was bad. Wish sucked. I said it was okay in my review, and it was okay. But if you're Disney, you can't afford to be making okay movies. Obviously you can, but it's not a good look. It's not a good way to be, right? You want to be making phenomenal movies. You want to be making dope movies. You want to be making awesome movies that people want to see. Wish was obviously not it. What's the other one they said up there that I saw? Oh God, The Marvels. Trash. Trash. Like, y'all, I can't even believe my jaw right now, my ears, my eyes right now, because I never thought I would see the day that a Disney executive said that the fans are the problem. How can you even say that the fans are the problem when the fans didn't physically show up to see these movies? Why the fuck would the fans be the problem if the movies actually flopped in the theater? You, the company, Disney, made these movies that people didn't go see. But it's the people who didn't go see the movies who are at fault here? Excuse me? This is so absurd. Okay. In other words, it's the sexist fans who are drowning us. Blaming audiences for their recent failures isn't going to end well. This anonymous exec doesn't even tackle the fact that almost every Disney flop from last year was met with mediocre reviews. Yeah, I'm sure they were. Wish, mediocre as fuck. Marvel's, horrible. Haunted Mansion looked like shit. I didn't see it. I saw the trailer. Looked like shit. I was like, wow, I don't want to watch that. I love Eddie Murphy. He has a special place in my heart, and he always will. But Cutie Pie is past his prime. Right? He is past his prime, and people are finally, fucking finally, waking up and being like, maybe I don't want to support a guy who's a deadbeat dad. Yeah, maybe you don't. Okay, they're just playing the blame game. Remember when Disney CEO Bob Iger blamed the Marvel's failure on director Nia DaCosta? A separate report described Iger as overwhelmed and exhausted about the company's recent box office bombs. Bob, Monsieur, my guy, you gotta step down. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, it's time. You're overwhelmed and exhausted because you're over 50 doing this shit. You've been doing this for so long. You've been doing this for a long time. Since I was a kid. Okay? It's time for you to step down. It's time for you to let some other exec hold the reins. Okay? Like, I'm shocked that people are blaming anyone here. Don't blame the director. Don't blame the fans. Look in the fucking mirror. You are to blame. You're the one who approved those scripts. You're the ones who greenlit that project to begin with. Those projects, plural. Who the shit is like, hey, I've been dying to see a movie about Haunted Mansion, that ride at Disney World and Disneyland. Is it in both parks? I know it's at Disneyland. I don't know. No one who said that. Okay? You know what? No one said that about Pirates of the Caribbean either, but holy shit. That movie broke the bank. The first one did. The first one was dope. I want to watch it again. It's been a while. I listened to the music from that movie frequently because it's so good. Like, you know what? The movie Pirates of the Caribbean. Hold on, I'm gonna sip tea. The movie Pirates of the Caribbean isn't even really based on the ride. I haven't been on the ride since I was a kid, but the ride you just see some pirates on it. It looks cool. There are probably some kind of... I think there was a scene in the movie that was based on a scene in the ride. But, like, there's not really an actual plot in the ride. But, obviously, there's a plot for the movies. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, I don't know why... First, and also, listen to that title, The Haunted Mansion. What a shit title. I don't think anyone wants to watch that because, no one did. No one does. The Haunted Mansion. That's like, you think we haven't fucking seen a goddamn movie about a haunted mansion before? Really? Meanwhile, Disney's streamer, Disney Plus, has reportedly been losing hundreds of millions of dollars every quarter, with subscribers fleeing the subscription service. This has led to Disney's stock price falling from $191 per share back in March 2021 to as low as $78.32 a share last month. Bro, that's more than 100% of a decrease. That sucks. I don't think that's quite 100%, but that's shit. That's horrible. That is embarrassing. Okay, you know what else is a problem here, though, is that the parks are also trash. It's a different article, though. Back in June, an analysis of the company's film sector revealed that Disney might have lost as much as $900 million on its 2022-2023 box office flops. And that was before The Haunted Mansion was released, which lost as much as $100 million. Ouch. Someone should be getting fired here. I don't, like, what, has no one gotten fired? Fam, if that were my company, if I were a high-ranking CEO in Disney, and we had not one, but 2 giant flops in a row, someone's getting fired. Period. Multiple people are getting fired. Period. Anyway, at least Iger has somewhat acknowledged an intention to stray far away from the culture wars the company has been embroiled in these last few years. Iger has blamed the creators at Disney for losing sight of what their jobs should be. In his own words, Iger says, "Entertain first, not messages." He adds that stories infused with positive messages for the world can be great, but that it shouldn't be forced upon an audience. Yeah, okay, sure. I agree, entertain first, not messages, but I'm gonna go ahead and rightfully call bullshit on him blaming the creators at Disney, because I know for a fact there are probably 40 people working at Disney right now who have a dope story, who have dope scripts, who have amazing stories to tell, but Disney won't pick them up. Disney won't buy their scripts. Disney will not entertain them because this, that, and the third. I know it. I literally know it. I know these things, you guys. It's not hard to understand, okay? I know for a fact that there are amazing, really beautiful, phenomenal stories that people at Disney want to tell, but they're not being allowed to for whatever reasons. Or Bob Iger isn't entertaining them for whatever reasons. What the fuck? Why is he playing the blame game here? This is not cool. Okay. The thing with entertain first, not messages, I agree with that. He adds that stories infused with positive messages for the world can be great, but that it shouldn't be forced upon an audience. Okay, I agree with that, but he's actually not quite understanding that there's a pretty delicate balance here, because really great movies do have pretty significant messages in them, I feel. But they're rather subtle. They're not super in your face. They're not preachy. They're there, and people know that they're there, but I don't think there's a person in the world who has walked out of a movie having seen it for the first time that they loved very much and they said, "Yeah, I really liked it because it had really positive messages for the world." I don't know if that's happened. Maybe it's happened. I don't know. I'm thinking of the movie Signs. I love that movie so much. And I know that a lot of people love that movie so much. Um, and it's a great movie. It's a phenomenal movie. I want to make a whole fucking video about it, but this is not that video. Listen, there is some some um some God overtones in that movie. Shyamalan is not Christian, as far as I'm aware, but there's some pretty strong Christian overtones in that movie. Mel Gibson is the main character in it, and it's a really cool movie. And I know it's actually a really popular movie with Christians, even though a lot of them don't dabble in that's secular entertainment. This is a secular movie, but the messaging in that movie was significant enough for it to be subtle enough for it to appeal to both secular and Christian audiences. Okay? And secular atheist folks probably also love that movie, right? Because it wasn't all about Meryl, that's the main character. It wasn't all about him getting back to his faith. It was all that was part of it. It Yes, part of it was him getting back to his faith, but a lot of it was him getting back to his role as a father. His role as a father and his role as a man in his family. Okay? And you were able to they happened to be part of the same package. So they were enmeshed with one another, right? And anyway, I'm just saying, like, that's the delicate balance, though, is that you don't want it to be like so fucking preachy that it's obnoxious, but you want it to be that you're rooting for the characters to do this, that, and the third, which may actually pertain to a larger message being presented. Okay? Alright, anyway, it's not all doom and gloom for Disney. They do have Deadpool and Wolverine coming out this summer, not to mention the slate of future sequels that include Moana 2, Inside Out 2, and Toy Story 5. Wait, hold on. Is Moana 2... Are they making Moana 2 and the live action Moana? Or is Moana 2 the live action Moana, and that's one movie? Don't know, don't care. I didn't really care about Moana, honestly. Inside Out 2, it's probably going to be dope. I liked the first Inside Out. Honestly, I really did. Toy Story 5 is blasphemy. Toy Story 5 is sacrilegious. I'm going to go see it, but I'm mad about it, and I hated Toy Story 4. It never should have happened. And you're basically, like, you're borderline, like, taking shit and throwing it at my childhood when you make Toy Story 5. Because it was supposed to end after Toy Story 3. I don't really want to see Wolverine. I do want to see Deadpool 2, but I don't really want to see Wolverine. Wait, sorry. Deadpool, is it Deadpool 3? Yeah, Deadpool's gonna be cool. It's gonna make money, but so we're talking about 5 movies here. We're talking about Deadpool, Wolverine, Moana 2, Inside Out 2, Toy Story 5. Zero of those are original. The original ones, like at the beginning, Haunted Mansion and Wish, failed. Anyway, is there more of this article? No, that's it. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. What is this? This keeps coming up. Cringy things I keep overhearing in Disney World. Anyway, I am absolutely disgusted that anyone's blaming the fans. That means it's time to fire whoever the fuck said that. Whoever the fuck said that should not have said that. But if they find out who said that, that person should be fired. Period. You can't say that. Because the fact of the matter is that the movies are trash. I'm sorry. The movies are trash. You're making trash movies. You keep losing money because you're making trash movies. And then you're going to have the audacity to blame the public for not seeing those trash movies. That's just someone who's entirely misguided. That's someone who doesn't understand the business. That's someone who does not deserve to be working for an institution like Disney. And that's someone who's dishonoring the very thing that made this company what it is. Or should I say, what it was.